Kendrick Lamar's halftime Super Bowl show is right around the corner, and this video is getting into 5 acts who I think might be a part of the show, and 5 acts that include a few folks who might surprise us. We already know that SZA is in, and of course, before we get into the list, I have an honorable mention. This person didn't make the list, but could very well make an appearance. Doechii has crazy momentum right now. She's part of TDE. She's rumored to be on Kendrick's and SZA's upcoming stadium tour. Not to mention, Doechii is just everywhere right now. So don't be surprised if we see her on stage at the Super Bowl. Okay, so let's get into this list of 5 acts that can shut everything down. Might make some of us even forget that there's a second half of football to be watched. These acts are in no particular order. This is not a ranking. Let's get it. First up, Black Hippy. If you know, you know. These are Kendrick's brothers who he spent his early days with in the game. Schoolboy Q, Absol, J-Rock. It is absolutely no way I see Kendrick having this momentous occasion Super Bowl halftime show and he not bring up his brothers. This is going to be a heart-to-heart moment, not only for us the fans, but also for Black Hippy. Next on the list, the one and only Tyler, the Creator. Tyler is indeed that guy. Do y'all remember how the crowd reacted when he stepped on the stage at the Pop-Out concert? And then, on Christmas Day as a gift to us, Tyler releases That Guy over Kendrick's Hey Now beat. Yeah, so I think we might have a shot that Tyler, the Creator, might actually be on this halftime show. 2 down, 3 to go. Third act on the list, Future and Metro Boomin. The number one reason that it would be amazing for them to perform at the halftime show is because it was this collaboration where Kendrick had his verse that set everything off in 2024, giving us what might end up being the best rap battle of all time. It started with this song Like That. And here's the thing. We don't get Not Like Us without Like That. Kendrick potentially doesn't get the Super Bowl this year without Like That. That put everything in motion this year. So it would be great to see that performance during the halftime show. And I also would kind of get a kiki out of the fact that while all of this is happening, Drake is in Australia creating himself a separate reality, doing karaoke, doing all the things, and Metro Boomin will be on stage with his beats. The irony. The irony. And coming up next, the 4th act on the list might be a little surprising. Nas. Can you imagine how fans are going to react if Nas comes out on that stage? Kendrick said that Nas was the only one who congratulated him on getting the Super Bowl. Kendrick also used Nas's one mic beat on his track Man at the Garden on his GNX album. So there is clearly a mutual respect between the two of them. This could be a moment that we were not anticipating that we might actually get. And if we do get this moment, it would also somewhat look like another passing of the torch to Kendrick. And I say that because almost 3 years before J. Cole said the thing about the big 3 on first person shooter, Nas said on his track Woo for the Children that Drake, Kendrick, and J. Cole were this generation's Nas, Jay-Z, and Biggie. And well, that generation got into a battle. The last man standing was Kendrick. And I think it would just be so fitting if Nas showed up at the Super Bowl because of the connection they have, because of the use of the one mic beat on GNX. I just think it would be a wonderful hip hop moment for us to have that we would never forget. Before I go to the last act, there's one more moment I want to mention, although I know we cannot have it. And that moment is, if this world were mine. Oh, how I wish Luther Vandross was still alive and could join Kendrick on stage, Kendrick and SZA, in order to do Luther. So I'm thinking if we wanted someone to sing Luther's part live, the closest person we could have to get to that tonality and we would respect it, most of us would anyway, would be Johnny Gill. Luther was such a cultural moment, such an emotional moment for a lot of us when we heard that song. It was multi generational as far as how we felt. And we heard Luther Vandross's voice drop on that song. If this world were mine. I know this is a stretch, but I just could not leave this video without at least mentioning it would be something else if we could get something really special around Luther's voice on the track Luther. And our final act on the list, Lil Wayne. Imagine if Lil Wayne actually does show up as a surprise guest. It would likely be a huge moment. Wayne's fans have been vocal about their disappointment regarding his exclusion from the upcoming Super Bowl halftime show in New Orleans. Many believe that Wayne, being a native of New Orleans and a significant figure in hip hop, was a natural choice for this performance. If Wayne were to make a surprise guest appearance during Kendrick's halftime show, such a collaboration could be seen as a form of recognition and celebration of Wayne's contributions to music and his hometown. It would also serve to mend any perceived rift between Kendrick and Wayne. This gesture could transform initial disappointment into a historic and unifying experience for fans of both artists. And for the two men who might share the stage for a few minutes that night, Kendrick has always praised Wayne, with much respect given to how he saw Wayne knock out 10 features back to back while working in the studio. Wayne has also expressed respect for Kendrick and was touched when Kendrick reached out to him years ago to tell him that he could not quit rap. These two coming together during the Super Bowl halftime show would truly be monumental. So there you have it. 5 acts who would cause a lot of excitement and provide moments we will never forget. No matter who Kendrick brings out, we can count on his halftime show to be electrifying. You know, I know Kendrick is going to do Not Like Us at the Super Bowl halftime show, but after that, I don't think this show is going to have much to do with the beef at all. I think it's going to focus on his discography. I think it's going to be just more of him just really putting on the show that he wants to put on that represents him. And you all know that is not going to be a lot about Drake. So I think we're going to get Not Like Us, and then he'll probably be out of all of the things related to the beef. And that is cool by me. So I can't wait to see it. Please leave your comments and your thoughts below. And I guess I'll see you at halftime.